Hey guys, I'm back with painting Lucas. Actually, I was gonna start on his face, but I think I'm gonna start on the little, things on the nails, the little, like, half moon thingies. Whatever those are called. And I have a mess right here because I've been trying to work on some other dolls too. Hopefully you guys can see this. Let me stand up and see. I'm videoing on my phone again because that's the easiest thing for me right now. Okay, then I go in with my sponge and kind of make them not so dramatic looking. That's my dog barking. I'm gonna have to go get him in just a minute.
Mom?
Okay, now I'm gonna do the end of the nail. Oop. I need there. Actually, I don't know if I'm gonna do that one because the finger's like push down on the hand, so I don't know if you would technically see that fingernail anyway. So I'm not gonna do that one. Okay, then let dry and on to the next hand. Okay, now dab a little with my sponge. And then nail tips. And the pointer finger right here is kind of like that other finger, like push down on the hand so you wouldn't actually see the nail tip right there. So I'm not gonna put it right there. Okay, erasing that nail tip. Sometimes I get so shaky when I'm trying to do nail tips. So I'm trying to hold as still as I can to get them like perfect. Okay, now bake those onto the capillaries. I think that's how you say it. Capillaries. I don't know for sure how to say it. I don't know why I'm using this brush for that, because I don't use that brush. I use, where is it? Oh, right here. This one. Okay, this is my blush color that I'm using for them. And I just kind of tap my brush on the side and then go in with them. So and make sure you pounce it out so it doesn't look too dramatic. It actually looks like I already did some. I think I did, and I forgot to do it on camera. Because I can see on the eyelids I already did some, and over there and right here. So I must have forgot to do it on camera. Sometimes I just get going and forget that I even need to film, like press record on the camera. Because normally I don't film everything I do. Okay, I'm gonna call that good. Okay, now, oh, I need to pounce that out more. I don't like when they look too dramatic because I want them to look real. Like they're actually like under the skin. Okay, now milk bumps. In this color I made a long time ago in this jar. I honestly don't remember what it is. It's like a creamy, like there's yellow in it, white, like a creamy color. It looks like yellowish, like Genesis baby skin. Like if you've seen that color, it looks like that, but a little bit like yellowed. Okay, and then I use this needle and I don't press hard to where I'm poking the vinyl, like, but I just set this on there and place the bumps, milk bumps. because I don't want to stab the vinyl. And when I don't know, when I look at him, I feel like he has like, he would have more milk bumps on his nose. So I'm gonna do quite a few. And some of these are a little dramatic, so I will pounce off a tiny bit with a sponge, like a tiny bit. So they're still on there, but okay, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go up a little more over here. Okay. Now pounce a tiny bit. Just to make them not look as dramatic. Okay, I'm gonna do a few more right here. Okay, I think that actually looks pretty good. Hopefully you guys can see everything. Okay, so I'm gonna bake and then start on eyebrows next. Painting Lucas. So I think I have a lot of the details done that I wanted to. I just need to do the lanugo hairs, I think is how you say it, and eyebrows now. So hopefully this lighting is good. Okay, so for eyebrows, I am going to use, I'm going to try using this pencil. And my whole area is a pigsty right now, because I've been trying to get a lot of work done on dolls I have going. Okay. Try and find where kind of the eyebrow would be. Okay. When you use these pencils, you have to make sure they're really sharp too. Well, I do. That's what works best for me. And they're the Prisma pencils. Oh, the thing is kind of faded off, but okay. Those are almost too dark, so I'm actually gonna erase right there. You can kind of erase these pencils right now with a sponge and just scrub it kind of like an eraser. And I don't think it does that after you've baked it, but I'm not really sure actually. I don't use them a whole lot, but I struggle doing eyebrows and these little tiny like hairs with a paintbrush, so I thought I would try. I've heard of a lot of people using these pencils, so it's like, I'll give that a try and see if that works better. Okay, I have someone knocking on the door, so I have to pause and come back. Okay, I'm back now. Okay, so I'm doing a few little tiny like hairs you can barely even see with the brown down here, kind of. You can't really even see them pretty much. Okay, now I'm going in with this lighter color and doing a few little hairs and the little lanugo hairs. I don't know if that's how you say it, but definitely need to sharpen this. Okay. Okay, our next step is varnish. Okay, now next step is varnish. The head is baking right now because I just did those little hairs on the face. So my varnish, this is what I'm using right now, is Genesis matte varnish. I put a little bit of thinning medium in there and a tiny bit of paint thinner. Oh my goodness, I couldn't think what it was. If I don't do paint thinner, a little bit of paint thinner, then I can barely brush the varnish over the doll. So I'm just stirring it up. I have a sponge ready. Ooh, I'm gonna tear this off actually. So just get a little on my brush, brush it on here. This is still really thick, so it takes some brushing to brush it on. And I make sure I get in all the little creases and everywhere. Once I brush this on, then I'll pounce it all out like when I'm painting. Okay, I'm gonna pounce that I've done so far. And this was a clean sponge. I just used it for varnishing another doll right before this, so I just tore the end off. So the end did have a little bit of this exact same varnish on it. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Then I'm going to go ahead and put varnish on the rest. Oops. Okay, now I'm going to pounce this. Okay. I think that's pretty good. Okay, now I let this dry. I let it dry all the way, but if you let it dry too long, it'll be all white looking, so you can't let it go too long. Let it dry all the way till it's dry feeling to the touch and doesn't look super shiny like it does right now. Then you'll bake it in your oven. I bake, when I do varnish, I bake at, it's 260. Bake at 260, I bake at 7 minutes. If you bake at a too high of a temperature, it will make your varnish look shiny. So 260 for 7 minutes is what I do, and I'll bake it, let it cool, and then I'll turn it a different way and I'll bake it and let it cool, and I'll bake 4 times like that, letting it cool in between each time.